England that we haven't seen around these parts too often in recent months. He's been here before. His opponent stepping up right now, referee Jerry Calhoun arriving. And as soon as the man from England makes his way in, we will be underway with a one-fall, 15-minute time limit match coming up. And so far, still no appearance. Talking about it. Here he comes right here, led by his valet assistant, Linda. Decked out in the silver and black leopard tiger stripe outfit today with delightful purplish pink feathers on top of his head. This match, one fall, 15-minute time limit, introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, at 215 pounds, Ken Raper. And going against him, from the Royal Forest of Dean in England, the exotic Adrian Street. One fall, 15-minute time limit, Jerry Calhoun, the referee.
Adrian Street, one of the toughest competitors in the sport today, Lance. A lot of people are fooled by his raiment and his attitude.
Yeah, this guy, he will really lull you to sleep. By the way, Dave, you did a fine fashion show right there, and you don't introduce Adrian Street, you do a fashion show as he comes in the ring, and look at how meticulous he is about taking care of his rope, and that's all part of it, I think, Gordon. This guy, you just look at the record and the number of titles that he has held in England and around in Europe, and he is some kind of a wrestler.
No question about it. He was a world middleweight wrestling champion in the amateur ranks. He's a weightlifter. He's done a little bit of everything, including quite an outstanding artist. But he does have a very deceptive mannerism in the ring. And so Mr. Raper is good. Best watch his step very, very carefully.
Adrian.
Sort of a frivolous little prancing movement on the part of Adrian Street, but Mr. Raper had better keep his eyes open.
I don't think Kid has ever seen anybody exactly. Well, I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody exactly like this. But there he goes. Look at this.
Cross chin with a wing on the left arm, and very quickly he takes Raper to the canvas, and it's a Street dropping to the canvas. Again, you notice where he utilizes his legs, his feet, his hands, his arms. His entire body is, in fact, a wrestling machine.
Tell you the thing I remember about Adrian in the last time that we saw him, Gordon, is this guy is constantly doing something. I mean, he is always doing something to the opponent in there. If he's not distracting him, he is inflicting a little injury, and he doesn't let up with one. He'll do two or three things at one time. As
he has right now. He's got the legs tied up and or had them tied up. Now underhooks that far arm and comes across the chin once again. Meanwhile, he's winged the near arm with his legs. Forearm into the chest, another forearm into the chest by Adrian Street, the exotic one. So Mr. Raper, I think, did in fact get lulled into a false sense of security. And Street now handling him with relative ease.
Well, look at how high he's got that arm. He's about to take it right out of the socket.
Sullivan barred on that, full body press for just a moment. Now keeps the full arm drag and twist. And Raper retaliates now. It's Raper turning the tide on Adrian Street. Street somersaulting away from it. Back to his feet and, well, gives a little beautiful back leg trip by Street, and he's also got a sadistic streak in him as well. But right after those femoris muscles, and now comes to the back of the knee. Street continues to punish Raper. Oddly enough, Raper and Street are very close to the same weight. But Street, of course, the shorter of the two, a lower center of gravity. Good step over and a quick lateral drop takedown. And again has that oof.
Got his thumb, pulling his thumb on the socket the opposite way.
Instead, of course, he does. And there you see Miss Linda smiling benevolently at Adrian Street, and it is... No, Street has just been punishing Raper straight down the line. Raper had one moment when it looked like he was going to move effectively, and Street proved very quickly that he can counter. And now punishing him with the back of the elbow into the side of the cheek. Now Raper fires to the midsection of Adrian Street, and Street pushes him back into the ropes, catches him with a knee. And good snap there takes him down on the flat of the foot into the chest of Raper. So Raper's got a lot of problems now. Now he rips across the side of the face with the knee, using those long-legged tights to his own advantage there, and a short chopping right hand. We're getting an example of polo-like forearm that put Raper to the canvas. Lateral press. Count of 2. A close one for him.
Ken Raper, it's kind of difficult to realize that Ken is a very good young boy. But I think the fact that he has not been around and wrestled a lot of different styles, he is completely snowed by Adrian Street. Street is just wearing him out. Oh.
Caught him with another beautiful polo-like forearm, another forearm into the chest now. Bridging back into a reverse Indian deathlock and a high bridge by Street. And there's no way Raper could have moved. No way that he could have moved at all. Excellent move on the part of Adrian Street. We might take a look at that again. And we'll see exactly what we're talking about. Notice the way now he comes in, sort of a reverse Indian deathlock. In and over, and then a high bridge back. And Raper, if he moves, that knee is going to snap. And so the victory goes to the former middleweight champion of the world, Adrian Street, the exotic one.
He was mesmerized by watching himself and his beautiful moves.
Certain amount of vanity involved with him. There's certainly no question about that. We'll be right back.